Okay, welcome back. This is episode 35. So I've done the best I can using their editor to remake our character from Dragon Age 2, and this is not really satisfied with it, but this is as close as I can get. I can actually show you the previous character if you want. Um, Give me 1 second here. To change the capture, and here's what I was going off of. So yeah, she looks. I also realized the two that this was just if you zoom out, it gets all shadowy, but if you just zoom in, you can at least see her there. So yeah, not an exact replica by any means. I mean, she is a couple years older, and she definitely looks older here. But this is about as good as even the hair color doesn't really match. But she might have dyed her hair too to not be recognized as easily as the champion Hawke. Um, Her cheeks are a little fuller there. But of course her lips are darker because Inquisition's lips are totally dark. But unfortunately you have to use the game editor for this game to recreate the character, and you can't use the one from the previous game. Which I think Bioware kind of backed themselves into a corner by doing that. They should have found some way to enhance the previous editors as opposed to just starting from the ground up. Because now none of the characters really look like they used to. And they can't just import characters from a previous game because they look strange then. But we're going to go with this. I was tempted to like download hairstyles just to try to get one that looks more like Hawke's. But for probably one scene, I'm not going to bother doing all of that. So we're going to go with it and do the best we can, accepting this to be our Hawke. Let me change the screen back. There we go. All right. Accept changes. And now the long-awaited cutscene. So I see that armor. I'm still expecting
Inquisitor,
to see our
meet Hawke, the
character from
champion of
DA2.
Kirkwall.
Though I don't use that title much anymore.
Hawke, the Inquisitor. I figured you might have some friendly advice about Corypheus. You and I did fight him after all.
At least it's the same voice actress. Does look kind of similar, I guess, with just shorter hair.
You've already dropped half a mountain on the bastard. I'm sure anything I can tell you pales in comparison.
Interesting having two of your characters interact, but I do like that they at least did this, even if they could have done it better by having a direct import, but still, I'll give them for credit for putting it in there.
Whatever you know helps. Corypheus will keep killing people until he gets what he wants, and he wants to be a god.
I suppose you'd better stop him then.
You're right. That does pale in comparison.
All right, I'll tell you what I know. For whatever good it does.
Varric said that you fought Corypheus before.
Fought and killed. The Grey Wardens were holding him, and he somehow used his connection to the Darkspawn to influence them.
Corypheus got into their heads, messed with their minds, turned them against each other.
If the Wardens have disappeared, they could have fallen under his control again.
That's an interesting thought. Because he can control them through their, or not directly control them, but influence them through their connection to the Darkspawn taint. An Archdemon can't, though. So that's interesting. It must be because Corypheus himself is both Darkspawn and human, whereas an Archdemon isn't. That he can make the connection more easily, maybe? But that is an interesting theory I didn't think of. Maybe the Grey Wardens have disappeared because of Corypheus. Although, then again, Blackwell seems to be okay.
You're giving me maybes. I need proof.
Then let's get you some. I've got a friend in the Wardens. He was investigating something unrelated for me. His name is Stroud.
I remember him.
The last time we spoke, he was worried about corruption in the Warden ranks. Since then, nothing.
Corypheus would certainly qualify as corruption in the ranks. Did your friend disappear with them?
No. He told me he'd be hiding in an old smuggler's cave near Crestwood.
I wonder if, like if Bethany or Carver gets recruited to the Grey Wardens, your sibling in DA2, which can happen, if they're your point of contact instead of Stroud. I hope they could be involved somehow. That'd be really cool. Of course, you probably have to design them too, because their appearance also changes depending on yours. It'd be so much better if they could just directly import all these characters. It would make everything seem so much more immersive.
If you didn't know about Corypheus, what were you doing with the Wardens?
The Templars in Kirkwall were using a strange form of lyrium. It was red. I'd hoped the Wardens could tell me more about it.
Corypheus had Templars with him at Haven. They looked like they'd been exposed to the lyrium you described.
And we saw it in the future.
Hopefully my friend in the Wardens will know more.
All very interesting.
I'll take any lead I can get at the moment.
Good. I'll do whatever I can to help. Corypheus is my responsibility. I thought I'd killed him before. This time I'll make sure of it. Inquisitor.
Alright. Wonder if you could meet your Warden as well. I mean, if they're going to have you... I didn't think they were going to because the graphics are so different from Origins to this game, but if they're going to have you recreate them anyway, I wouldn't mind... Well, there's also the voice acting issue. And the lack of knowing which personality to go with, but I still wouldn't mind if they tried.
You said you thought you killed Corypheus.
The Grey Wardens had him imprisoned. They used my father's blood in a ritual to seal Corypheus inside. But he could still reach out and influence the Warden's thoughts. He sent them after me. And I didn't just think I killed him. When the fight was done, he was dead on the ground. Maybe his tie to the Blight somehow brought him back, or maybe it's all Tevinter magic. But he was dead, I swear it.
I guess she doesn't realize it was the Warden Commander. I forgot what his name was, but the guy who was there as well. It seems like his soul transferred to his body when he died.
And where did you go after the mages rebelled?
I heard the Chantry might be sending an exalted march to Kirkwall to put down the rebellion. I hoped that leaving would save lives and force the Divine to divide her forces to come after me. As it turned out, I needn't have bothered. All the circles started rising up, and the exalted march never came.
That's a reference to the expansion pack to the second game. It's supposed to be called the Exalted March, but it never came because they were working on this game instead, as I think I mentioned previously in the Let's Play.
I'd like to know more about Anders. What was he like?
I think she would.
I don't know if there ever was just an Anders.
Freedom fighter for mages.
Crazy. By the end, there was nothing left in him, except this insane need to start a war no one could win.
I heard you had family and friends in Kirkwall. Where are they now?
When the Wardens began acting strangely, I had my friend Aveline take my sister out of the Free Marches. Isabella and I never believed in being tied down. When I had to go into hiding, she understood. We'll see each other again. Until then, she'll be having fun. But hopefully not too much fun.
I assume Varric's been feeding you information about the Inquisition. What did he say about me?
Only good things, I promise. I was a little surprised, actually. Varric isn't one for religion in general, but he thinks highly of the Inquisition. I think the exact phrase was, has a good shot at fixing Blondie's mess.
We'll talk later.
I'll meet you at Crestwood.
Alright, so that's cool that you get to do a quest with your Hawke from the second game. The voice acting definitely helps to make it feel a little more like her. The same with Cullen and Varric, honestly. They did as good of a job as they could have, I guess, with this editor making those two look the same. But still, Honora and Alistair, I guess because they're characters from the first game, maybe. But even the Alistair in the second game wasn't too bad, I don't think. Or the Tegan or the Isolde. But the Zevran was pretty bad. Liliana's okay. They made her pretty consistent through the 3 games, I think. I guess some faces just work better than others. Alright, but we have a whole episode now of things to do. So, oh my god, so many quests. I don't even know where to begin. Skyhold. I guess we should understand Skyhold first. Go to the War Room and the Blacksmith. You can customize it in the Undercroft, and we have to recruit an Arcanist at the war table. Anything useful in here? A lot of work to be done, for sure. Cleaning up all this rubble. Oh, can I knock it up there? Hopefully I can get back up here at least. Yeah. This would definitely be a fun place to explore in real life, like an old ruined castle that you're trying to rebuild. Alright, oh! Okay, that hurt. Invisible wall there, it turns out. So you can go up here, but you can't go past there. Let's head back down then.
Here, tell the commander that this is the perfect spot for the armory.
Yes, ma'am. Right away.
Looks like it. See, in real life, renovations is something I do for a living, so it's interesting kind of thinking about a renovation of an old castle. We do elementary schools, not castles, but some similarities. Hey, Lynette. Lysette. Glad you're alive.
Thank you for Haven. Less so for Redcliffe, but I am committed to serve your worship.
Not sure I like the your worship title.
The order was sent.
What order was sent? Oh, a little bit of lag there. I'll do a quick save just in case. Any sign of clues? There he is.
But this violates everything we know about the Fade.
So it does.
Inquisitor, I wondered if Cole was perhaps a mage, given his unusual abilities.
He can cause people to forget him, or even fail entirely to notice him. These are not the abilities of a mage. It seems that Cole is a spirit.
A demon, more likely.
If you prefer, although the truth is somewhat more complex.
Interesting.
I'm not sure how much more complexity I need, Solus.
You must understand what makes this particular spirit unique.
Speak plainly, Solas. What are we dealing with?
Demons normally enter this world by possessing something. In their true form, they look bizarre, monstrous.
But you claim Cole looks like a young man. Is it possession?
No. He has possessed nothing and no one. And yet he appears human in all respects. Cole is unique, Inquisitor. More than that, he wishes to help. I suggest you allow him to do so.
I want to know more about him and what kind of spirit would look like a human by default. Some kind of shape-shifting spirit, or... I mean, that implies that, like, humans come from the Fade and are just a type of spirit ourselves. Well, not ourselves, themselves, I guess, since my character is an elf. Maybe he's the Maker, come to watch over what's going on.
In my studies, demons either possessed something from this world or were summoned and bound. They almost never look like something you'd mistake for a person.
Normally you'd be correct. But Cole has willfully manifested in human form without possessing anyone.
How is that possible? And if he can do it, can others do it too? Because it seems likely that, I mean, there was that imposter, what's her name? The head mage lady. And perhaps an imposter head Templar dude. So if they're also being replaced by imposters, I feel like lots is going on here that we don't yet know about.
The demons who came through the breach, or through the rifts, weren't possessing anything.
Nor did they
These
look human.
demons were drawn through against their will, driven mad by this world. But Cole predates the breach. From what we can tell, he has lived here for months, perhaps years. He looks like a young man. For all intents and purposes, he is a young man. It is remarkable.
See, I do still wonder if he has some relation to the old god spirit baby that you could create in back in Origins.
I should hear what Cole has to say for himself. Where is he now?
If none of us remember him, he could be anywhere.
Or over there. The memory thing is interesting too. Is that like a spell he's putting on us, or is that like a...
So many soldiers fought to protect the pilgrims so they could escape.
like messing with time itself?
Choking fear. Can't think from the medicine, but the cuts rack me with every heartbeat. Hot, white pain. Everything burns. I can't. I'm going to... I'm dying. I'm...
If he's
dead.
a spirit, what is he a spirit of? Oh, I guess he's maybe a spirit of empathy then? Because he seems to understand what those around him are going through. First, the Chancellor, now that guy.
You're feeling their pain.
It's louder this close, with so many of them.
Would you like to go somewhere more comfortable?
Yes, but here is where I can help. Every breath slower. like lying in a warm bath, sliding away. Smell of my daughter's hair when I kiss her goodnight. Gone.
Being a spirit of empathy would explain why he looks like
Brown
that way
pain.
too.
Dry, scraping, thirsty. Here.
Thank you.
It's all right. She won't remember me.
You're using your powers as a spirit to help people.
Yes. I used to think I was a ghost. I didn't know. I made mistakes, but I made friends too. Then a Templar proved I wasn't real. I lost my friends. I lost everything. I learned how to be more like what I am. It made me different, but stronger. I can feel more. I can help.
Yeah, we'll let him stay. At the very least, he's interesting, and I want to find more about him. I think he's probably an agent, though, and not a companion. Although he does seem like the kind of character Bioware would normally use as a companion.
If you're willing, the Inquisition could use your help.
Yes, helping. I help the hurt. The helpless. There's someone. Hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Someone make it stop hurting. Make her, please. The healers have done all they can. It will take him hours to die. Every moment will be agony. He wants mercy. Help.
Tough decision here they throw at you, but from the sound of it, he doesn't have a chance. See, but it would be like Bioware to do, like, if you do let him live, he does actually somehow recover. It is okay. But regardless, I think it's not my decision to make, it's his, and if he wants to die, then who are we to not give him his wish?
All right. Help him.
I think if it was me, I would choose to
It's
live,
all
but
right.
it's not me.
I want to stay.
Good. Alright, so we completed that quest. How's the surgeon doing?
Inquisitor? Is there something I can do for you? I should really focus my attention on the injured.
Do we have many injured men?
Fewer by the day. The most grievously injured did not survive the journey to Skyhold.
No surprise there.
As for the rest, they either heal or...
Yeah.
I try to make the passing painless.
I haven't seen you before.
The commander brought me up from the refugee camps. I'd been helping the pilgrims in simple ways. Setting broken bones, simple amputations and such.
Simple amputations?
We need all the help we can get.
What kind of amputations are simple, like a toe?
You aren't a mage. Shouldn't we let the mage healers deal with this?
Magic can't cure everything, and we shouldn't rely on it. Science, your worship, is the way of the future. Good health isn't magic, it's diet, exercise, and a balance of the humors.
Balance of the humors, I like that.
As you were.
Your worship.
Science is the way of the future. I don't know about that. I think we'll always be living like this in castles and fighting with swords. What's going on here? Mage class, I guess? Interesting. Who's over here? Oh, Cullen.
Send men to scout the area. We need to know what's out there.
Yes, sir.
Commander, soldiers have been assigned temporary quarters.
Very good. I'll need an update on the armory as well. Now! We set up as best we could at Haven, but could never prepare for an archdemon, or whatever it was. With some warning, we might have...
Is everything all right?
If Corypheus strikes again, we may not be able to withdraw. And I wouldn't want to. We must be ready. Work on Skyhold is underway. Guard rotations established. We should have everything on course within the week. We will not run from here, Inquisitor.
How many were lost?
Most of our people made it to Skyhold. It could have been worse. Morale was low, but has improved greatly since you accepted the role of Inquisitor.
You report to me now. Will that be a problem?
I was brought on to oversee the Inquisition's forces and offer military advice. That hasn't changed. We needed a leader, and you have proven yourself.
Yeah, I don't think she'd be like the mushy, happy type. More of a pragmatist. We have a job to get done.
There can be no mistakes this time.
I understand. At least we know what we must face.
Sounds like Darth Vader there.
I will do everything I can to ensure the security of our people. You have my word.
Sounds good to me. Somebody else is here though. Is it Cole, I guess?
Roderick was sorry before he died.
Roderick, that's the Chancellor.
I wasn't aware you and Roderick were acquainted.
He was hurt. Red inside from the Templar, but red outside from the Templar too. Needed help to walk. Limping, light, leaning on the young like old Pepe when the road was icy. He called me a fine young man. He said he was sorry for what he did to you.
You didn't try to end his suffering, did you?
No. He was dying already, and he welcomed it. The pain wasn't too much. He saw it at the end. Loving light, open arms. Andraste taking him home. He was happy. And sorry.
Did he tell you why he was sorry?
Blood everywhere. Monsters, madness, dying. We're all dying. The Herald stands against it, and heads turn. Desperate and simple. Pure. Voices in the chantry. Years since I'd sung the song and felt it flowing through me. But this is real. This is real. So long since I'd felt it. Falling, flying, faith. And I fought her. Make her forgive me. I hope I did enough.
Interesting to hear Roderick's last words. Alright, so who's over here? Blackwall. Wonder if we can talk to him about the Wardens. That's the world map over there. Is that? No. Thought that might be the one mage lady.
So, this is Skyhold.
Want to tell me some history of it?
Come, let's walk the ramparts. I want to examine our fortifications. We'll be able to see Corypheus coming from miles away.
He's not going to get the better of us again.
We lost good soldiers that day, loyal men and women. Let him come. I swear I'll take the twisted bastard down, even if I have to die to do it.
Well, he's not an archdemon, so you probably don't have to do that. Both good choices. I'll go with this one, though.
Watch that this enthusiasm of yours doesn't get you killed.
I wouldn't be the first to die in your service. The people flock to your banner, eager to fight for the Herald of Andraste. Their faith is a leash, and your Inquisition has taken hold of it.
He seems upset about that. Hey, I didn't ask for this.
Tell me honestly, are you what they say you are? Andraste's chosen?
Um, yeah, I think until she sees any kind of definitive proof otherwise, she's not going to believe anything about the Maker Andraste. It's a useful story, but not one she actually believes.
I wish they'd understand that I'm really nobody.
You're somebody. Don't you see what you are to them? Without you, they'd be consumed by despair. We all would. They need you to be Andraste's messenger. It gives them hope. The truth doesn't matter.
Yeah, I didn't like what her answer actually was.
Listen to me talk. Your time is valuable, and I've wasted enough of it.
On the bright side, we have inspected the ramparts, so that's something. Alright, so we have to go find the antechamber. Is that up there? Could be. How are you,
Scout Harding.
Scout Harding.
Your worship.
That's it.
Shouldn't you be out there, scouting?
In a bit. We're in Skyhold for supplies and a change of personnel. Not me, though. Indispensable.
So, who's Scout Harding really?
Me? Oh, I'm no one. Lived near Redcliffe all my life. Herded sheep for my neighbor. When the Inquisition came through my village, I helped by telling them everything I knew about the area. Then I signed on. Wanted to see the world before it was swallowed up by that thing out there.
What's been going on?
Seeker Cassandra came through here, looking like a storm cloud. That's just her face, though, isn't it?
Pretty much. I guess you can get, like, news from her.
What's been going on?
Ambassador Montilier sent me a basket of flowers to thank me for my work with the Inquisition. She's so lovely.
Take care.
Don't know who that ambassador is, but okay. Somebody important over here. Solus, probably. Nope, Cassandra. There's our fast travel point.
You knew where Hawke was all along!
You're damned right I did.
You conniving little shit!
You kidnapped me! You interrogated me! What did you expect?
I'll let them fight their own battles.
I expected you to tell the truth! I told you what was at stake!
So I just hand her over on your say-so? It's okay, Hawke. This zealot isn't crazy. I promise. Look at her. She's finally lost it.
It is a little funny, but yeah, I think she'd probably want them to stop arguing and start working together.
All right, you've both made your points.
We needed someone to lead this Inquisition. First, Liliana and I searched for the hero of Ferelden, but he had vanished. Then, we looked for Hawke,
With the other
but
ones, I
she was
guess.
gone too. We thought it all connected, but no. It was just you. You who kept her from us.
The Inquisition has a leader.
Hawke would have been at the Conclave if anyone could have saved Most Holy.
She would have died too. Varric, you bastard. Well, they've already both disapproved of something I've said. Yeah, I think I'd probably side with Varric on this one, because I think she's enjoying being the leader of the Inquisition and wouldn't want Hawke to take that place.
You've made your point!
Varric is a liar, Inquisitor. A snake.
You didn't know that already?
Even after the Conclave, when we needed Hawke most, Varric kept her secret.
She's with us now. We're on the same side.
It's called loyalty, by the way.
We all know whose side you're on, Varric. It will never be the Inquisition's.
I like this conversation, though.
Attacking him now won't help us, Cassandra.
Ha! Exactly.
And you better not be keeping anything else from us.
I understand.
I must not think of what could have been. We have so much at stake. Go, Varric. Just go.
You know what I think? If Hawke had been at the temple, she'd be dead too. You people have done enough to her.
I believed him. He spun his story for me and I swallowed it. If I just explained what was at stake, if I just made him understand. But I didn't, did I? I didn't explain why we needed Hawke. I'm such a fool.
What if you hadn't believed him and you'd tracked Hawke down?
Honestly, Hawke might not even have agreed to become Inquisitor.
I very much
She
doubt she would
supported
have.
the Mage Rebellion after all. She wouldn't have trusted me for a second. But this isn't about Hawke, or even Varric. Not truly. I should have been more careful. I should have been smarter. I don't deserve to be here.
Yeah, I think she'd be more the, well, you made a mistake, do better. Use your frustration and anger to do better next time.
We can't afford any more mistakes.
You think I don't know that?
I'm making sure.
I want you to know, I have no regrets. Maybe if we'd found Hawke or the hero of Ferelden, the Maker wouldn't have needed to send you. But he did. You're not what I'd pictured. But if I've learned anything, it's that I know less than nothing.
All right. So, onward to the antechamber, I think. Well, that's just the travel point. What's in here? Oh, we've been in here. It's the armory. Antechamber is over there, or? I don't see any quest mark. Oh, it's above us. Apparently. I know I saw stairs. Well, there's these stairs, I guess. Is it up there? Let's see. But yeah, there is apparently another minor tree, only for the Inquisitor, which has this one and a couple other abilities in it. So we'll have to put some points into that one too, possibly. How you doing, Varric?
Cassandra's calmed down. I think you can take your hand off your crossbow.
Define calm down for me in terms of who or what she's punching right now. I wasn't trying to keep secrets. I told the Inquisition everything that seemed important at the time.
And you told us, he did tell us when it actually mattered too, when it seemed like it was relevant. Lots of good choices. I want to do like all of these, especially these three.
You could have told us about Corypheus sooner.
I found out he was involved at exactly the same time you did. Until he showed up at Haven, I thought he was dead. Nothing we saw at the summit made me think he'd been there. I know I need to do better. I'm sorry.
Sounds like we all do. Anything else to say? No?
Corypheus is back. Oh, shit.
You said he was a darkspawn, or a magister. What is he really?
I'm not sure. I don't think Corypheus really knows either. He's definitely a darkspawn, but when we found him, it was pretty obvious he hadn't heard that. He thinks he's a magister, a priest of Dumat, in fact. He says he broke into the Golden City, like in the Chantry tale.
If you and Hawke defeated him once, we can do it again.
We didn't just think Corypheus was dead. He was dead. No pulse, no breath, full of stab wounds. There wasn't a lot of room for doubt. It makes me wonder. I thought the Wardens imprisoned Corypheus to use him. Maybe they did it because he can't be killed.
I think and hope it has something to do with the same way that an archdemon can't die, but of course, none of us here are Grey Wardens, so I guess we have to find somebody who, well, Blackwall is. Maybe he could bring up the idea, but it might have to wait until we find the wardens themselves, or even later in the game. Maybe a warden has to kill him, like just like with an archdemon, and bind his soul to theirs as he dies.
How did you and Hawke even wind up in a Grey Warden prison for ancient Darkspawn?
Corypheus sent people after Hawke. He actually got control of an entire Carta clan. Made them drink Darkspawn blood. Weird shit. We tracked the Carta to an old dwarven fort or something in the mountains. Of course, it turned out to be a trap. They needed Hawke's blood to open the locks holding Corypheus, and they drew us into the prison to get it.
There has to be a way to defeat Corypheus. We'll find it. Don't worry.
I hope you're right. Maker's breath, what have I let loose?
I want to be the comforting type so much, but I don't think Leovar really would be.
Brutally murdered is not really the same as unleashed upon the world, Varric.
But that works.
In this case, it might be. But you've got more important things to do than listen to me worry. Just let me know when you want something shot.
I really love, though, how they tied all this together with the Legacy DLC and with Hawke. They could have made these games like entirely standalone and not related at all, but connections like this. And it's a reason to bring Hawke into this picture as well. Alright, so lots of people over there talking. We'll get to them in a bit, though. First, I want to talk to Josephine. Another quick travel point over there. What's this? Undercross. Oh, okay, so that's where we can upgrade the keep. Oh, we can't go through here? Isn't that where Josephine is, or she through here? There we go. No idea where that door goes then. Looks like she's all set up in her new office. Local Baron petitioned the Inquisition to help with aid. Oh, that's the war room. Okay. Back there now.
I've made some inquiries into the Imperial Court. The sooner we deal with the threats to the Empress, the better. The political situation in the Empire is dangerously unstable. It will complicate matters.
Everything in the Empire complicates matters. It's the Orlesian national pastime.
Turn your nose up at the grand game if you like, Commander, but we play for the higher stakes, and to the death. The Court's disapproval can be as great a threat as the Venatori. We must be vigilant to avert disaster.
So, oh, I really want to go to the court too, because the last time we saw Morrigan, she was headed her way there, and there were rumors of a witch becoming part of the court. So, I wonder what she looked like. Hopefully they do a good job with her model if she's in this game, and I would bet she is. But why does Corypheus want to kill the Empress? Just to cause instability in the region? Or is there something special about her bloodline, like in Oblivion, or something else entirely?
Exactly what do you mean? How is it more dangerous than usual?
The Empress is in the middle of a civil war. Her cousin, Grand Duke Gaspard, seeks to take her throne by force.
Great.
Leliana reports that a group of elves has been sabotaging both armies, drawing out the hostilities. Orlais holds Tevinter at bay. All of Thedas could be lost if the Empire falls to Corypheus.
So why are the
Selene
elves
is
involved?
holding peace talks under the auspices of a grand masquerade. Every power in Orlais will be there. It's the perfect place for an assassin to hide.
Yeah, I'm not sure when you're at war you should have a masquerade ball. That doesn't end well. It might be a good idea to warn the Empress, just in case.
Does Selene know about the threats against her? Can we send word?
I've sent messages to the Empress, but it's impossible to
She
know
probably
if she's
receives a lot of death threats and doesn't take them
I'll arrange for an
seriously.
invitation at your discretion, Inquisitor.
So I guess we'll be going to a ball, but not quite yet. Oh, you need 30 power for this one. The Winter Palace. That must be I wonder why it's called the Winter Palace. Is that the Grand Palace of Orlais, or is that like a winter retreat, I guess? No. Instead of a summer retreat. Alright, I'm going to head to the war room, but I'm probably just going to send them on missions. I'm not going to actually go anywhere yet. But I do want to summon the War Council. See what our new war room looks like. It's kind of nice. One of the little alcoves of the castle. We don't have any perks yet to spend. Okay, we have a lot of quests now, but do we have... We did that one.
The city has agreed to send us 5 dozen guardsmen.
Not raw recruits. With luck, they'll know which end to grip a sword by.
Servant of Navarre. I still want to... Did I really mess up and not be able to get those companions because we didn't do them soon? Like, that just seems pointless. Alright, get some influence there. Okay, there's lots to do. Dorian's request, gather coin, a memorial for Haven. Turn in resources. Reclaiming the Mage Rebellion. Fiona, we've got the word out to everyone we could, but some cells were too remote to reach. We'll need the Inquisition to contact them. At least let them know the Templars are gone. They are gone, right? Right? Sketch. I remember Sketch. Oh, they're busy though. Non-Templar soldiers. Yeah, I'm not sure I want to do that. So what else is complete then?
The order was sent?
This morning.
Something's got to be complete. Maybe an Orlais. Oh, looks like it's still okay. This is the 5-hour one she's been on. I see. Oh jeez. Okay. I might come back here in a bit because I'm not sure I want to do any of this now. I really want to find out why we can't do those other quests. Like, we have the quests in our log. I want to recruit the rest of my companions. Now that I'm pretty positive that's what that is. Memories of the Grey. We can do the Storm Coast one. That's still there. But a friend of Red Jenny and the Imperial Enchanter. Use the Roman... At the Chateau of Duc Bastien de Ghislaine. Is that the... That's not the Grand Duke. He had a name like that, though. See, I just don't know. Alright. I could set it as active. Is that going to do anything if I set it as active? The inner circle. Alright, it's active, but I still can't go there. This is annoying me. Is it a bug? Is it something I'm not realizing? Is it... I doubt it'd be preventing me from doing that, because there seems no reason to make it to prevent you from doing it at a later stage in the game. That's the next main quest.
Are you all right, Leliana? Are you? I suppose not. Haven was trying.
What that means. All right. Well, I don't acquire the Arcanist. What is that? Oh, the rune crafter. Yes, I want to do that. All right. So what is she busy on? I don't remember her being busy. I don't trust calling around mages. I'm sorry. I just don't. Oh, an ally from Starkhaven. That's what she's doing. So we'll have to wait 20 minutes to get them back. All right. What's this? Oh, we have to get
How are the rescue efforts? Have they found anyone alive?
Excavation is slow, as you can imagine.
All right. Go for it, Cullen.
Inquisitor.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up between these episodes what I have to do to start those quests. See if anybody else has been in this spot and been as confused as I am. Might have some dinner too, maybe some soups to fight my cold. And I also want to look up information on what Skyhold actually used to be, and what those Templar Codex entries we saw before. So I'm going to do that, and when we come, and I'll let Liliana and Josephine finish their quests, and when we come back, we'll pick those up, talk to these guys, and then hopefully begin recruiting our next couple party members. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next episode.